well. Mark
No, in it. I'm going to tell where we're going to go from and to. So in the key scratch pad down here, if you type EGCC, put a slash in, EGNT is N November Tango. I think that's Newcastle. Okay. Now we need to go northerly departure. So if you there's quite a few of these departures published down further down the list. So you have to slide the page up. Press the up arrow. This one here, Pole 5 Romeo, will take us to the north. Yeah. So just press that one. That's it. Okay. And you see on your screen. Yeah. I'll just drop the range down a little bit. What I'm going to take off from 23 right. So heading in 230. We're going to come back to this point here. Turn right. Find all these waypoints. Now. If you press insert, you'll see the dashed yellow line will go solid green, so press this here. So that's accepting the route that we've put
this
in.
One?
Yeah.
Wait.
So this is now a solid green line, so that's our accepted route.
Okay. Do you need your phone in flight mode for this? Just
no, you don't have to. Look, just, yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't have to
push back.
That's it, and we can start the engine. So to start the engine, turn the switch to start. Start number 2 first, pull this up and then push it forward.
You only really generally use like one engine line.
You start one. Well, we start 2 in here, but some airlines will start 1 at a time. Yeah, to save fuel. To start 1 engine, and they'll taxi it on 1 engine.
Yeah, they do it. Doesn't it make it easier or something?
No, it's harder to taxi. It's more complicated because you don't have all the aircraft systems operating properly. So, but it saves fuel. So that's why they do it. And then we just watch, it just does it automatic, and does an automatic start.
Yeah, so just wait until this finishes on the back of the road again.
So in reality, the tug team or the tug driver will push the aircraft back until it's on one of the taxi lines. It doesn't do it in here, it just dumps you in the middle of nowhere, but I'll keep the push back going until we get close to one of the taxi lines.
Are we taxiing onto Juliet?
Yeah, so we'll be using this parallel taxiway. Yeah. What we're going to do is we'll be taking up this taxi line here that's on towards the right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace.
So if you look out the window,
there are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle,
and then what I'm going to do is
2 at the front of the cabin.
Back now,
Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted.
So as we line up on the runway, we can switch all the lights on. Can you reach all these switches here? Can you put them all on, all the way to the top?
Lights on that we need. Do we need the landing lights on?
Yeah, we need the whole lot on. Yeah, the whole lot now.
And we turn on?
Yeah, all the whole lot. Yeah, and the wing.
That's heavy.
Let's signal the cabin crew that we're going to do the takeoff. So I can do it here because you can't reach it. So just switch the. Just switch the neutral sign off and back on again. The cabin's ready already. It's up there on the screen. That's unless you have to. But it will feel like that you're taking off. So. Feel exactly like the airplane, and when you go to pull the stick back, I want you to be really gentle with it for the takeoff. If you put your hand on the stick for a second, on the side stick, I want you to pull it back gently, really, you're not that fast, you're pulling back really gently, a bit more, bit more, bit more. So at that point there, and that's how much pressure you hold. So don't yank it back, just gently pull it back. So that's because I'm moving my stick at the same time. So gently squeeze it back until you get to that point there where it stiffens up. Then you hold, you don't pull any more than that, that's all you need. And then keep the pressure on, the nose will be coming off the ground. And we're trying to get the nose up to 15 degrees of pitch, but I'll tell you when to stop pulling back on the stick. Now we're going to run a couple of takeoff checks. We're going to complete this checklist here. The blue items are the ones we need to comply with. So in the event we abandon the takeoff, we want the wheel brakes to come on. So I'm going to do that by pressing that button there, so that arm's going to come automatically. Spoilers need to be on. Remember the automatic setting we set? Pull it up. So the spoilers will pop up now automatically. And the last one is this takeoff configuration test. This button here. Can you reach this one?
This one?
Yeah. Okay, it says normal. That's it. We're ready to go. So I'll steer down the wrong way. I just want you to pull back the stick on the stick when I tell you to. Remember, don't do a really sharp pull. Gentle, progressive pressure until you get to that stiffening up point, and hold that pressure. And I'll tell you when to take this pressure off the stick. Okay? Are you ready?
Take off.
Yeah. So push these forward until you feel 2 clicks. Can you reach them? I'll help you. Push. 1 click. 2 clicks. That's the day. Take your hands off now.
What about this? You have to take this off.
You take the pressure off that now for the moment.
Is that to me? Does it feel like it's taking off?
Ready? So
Rotate like
now rotate now, so gently back, squeeze, hold it, hold that pressure. That's it. Keep going back, pull back, a little bit more. Stop there, centre the stick, that's it. So being a fly-by-wire airplane, like you take your hand off, it just sits there. You can see the speed is, what speed are we at? Can you tell me what speed we're at?
We are right 165 knots.
165 knots, and the altitude, what altitude are we passing?
Altitude, we're currently passing the 1,000 feet.
That's it, okay, so we're definitely climbing. You take the undercarriage up, so I'll do it to reach it.
When we get to 200 knots, then we need to like put the flaps up there.
So once we're, see on the speed tape here, there's a little green letter S.
Yeah.
Once we're above that speed, then we can bring the flaps up.
Okay.
Now if you press this button here, FD, I want you to look at the 2 green lines that are on your pilot display. See them?
Yeah.
Where they cross over is where I want you to put the nose of the airplane. So if you put your hand on the side stick, I want you to squeeze forward slightly. And then this little switch on the inside, you see it flopping around.
Ladies
Turn
and
it
gentlemen,
to the
we will
left.
shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside.
And then
Your tray table must be stowed, armrests down, and window blinds open.
Just on this left one
You
click.
now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing.
No, this one, the grey
Please
one.
help us by handing in
That's it, so
any
now it's
rubbish,
set for 2
newspapers,
now.
or magazines that you do not
We're going
want
to start our
take with you.
descent when we reach
toilets
the little
are no longer
white
inside.
arrow, this crossing down arrow.
Yeah.
For the moment though, I want you to take control of the heading, pull that out until it goes click, and I want you to set a heading of 020, just turn to the right.
little more.
Yeah. And then pull it out until it definitely goes click. Yeah, pull it out. There it goes. Okay. They're quite stiff, aren't they?
Yeah,
Okay, and while you're doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just amend the flight plan very slightly, because if you look at this, you see at the moment, you see what my screen in a second is. This final approach, where we're coming up from this direction, we should be going to that point first, but you see it's turned us inside that point. We need to go to this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a waypoint out to the right here, so we definitely hit this waypoint. So we'll go to the new one we make, and then it will follow on to the second one.
okay.
So I'll get used to this though. On the keypad, if you type CF25, yeah, 25, put a slash in, and we're going to create a waypoint that's a bearing of, we'll call it 110. So 110. I'll try to put another one in again. I said 110. Yeah. Okay, yes. Okay, just put a slash in, and then put 5. So it's 5 miles. So we're going to create a waypoint from the. So you just overwrite this CF25 by clicking the button beside it. Okay, select the top one, because there's lots of CF25s on the wall. We need the nearest one. Press insert to accept that new waypoint. I want you to hit clear, and I want to remove this gap, this flight plan discontinuity. So yeah, so this is a new waypoint, and that's the original waypoint. So you press insert, and if you go direct now to the new waypoint we created, you press direct, go to the new waypoint we created, the PD01, increase or decrease the range on your display, it'll expand to 20. So it just expands it. So we're in a nice left-hand turn now. You can drop down to 10 miles range. To retract it, push forward, push down hard. That's it, well done. Now I want you to press this button here if you can reach it. If you can't, I'll do it. That's it, excellent. So this is now arming the flight directors to lock onto the instrument landing signal.
Yeah.
We've got the signal because we've got the range in the bottom left, and we've got the glide slope indicator here, the diamond. And squeeze it hard, that's it. Squeeze and move it to number 1. That's it. Great. And what we'll do, we'll get the gear down early, so we're a little bit fast, so we'll take the carriage down. And we hear the undercarriage in the front because the nose gear is right underneath us. When it retracts, the wheel comes right up under our seats.
So it needs to be like under 300 knots in order to do the gear?
Got a gear loop, yeah. So you've got to be 280 knots to extend it.
Yeah.
And, sorry, no, 250 knots to extend it, but we can fly up to 280 knots with it out. And then if we want to retract the gear, we need to go back at 220 knots. Okay, let's take flap 2 now. So we can squeeze the trigger on flap 2. So you feel the flaps coming out, the aircraft, the drag that's created.
Yeah.
So in a moment the landing checklist will come up.
Okay.
You just got to make sure we're compliant with all landing checks. You don't use the brakes on landing. Manual braking lets it brake automatically, so it does a really good job of it. If we take the brakes off, then it's a bit of extra work for us that we don't like to do. So we're going to set medium auto brake for landing.
Sorry?
Medium auto brake. We've got a low braking level, and we've got a medium auto brake level for landing. The max we only use in the event that we're doing a rejected takeoff, so use that one on takeoff. Okay, so we can take flap 3 now. We can arm the spoilers by pulling that up. Bring the switch back to normal, should be like before. And then that's it, it's armed. Hold on, pull up again. Now on the screen you see here it says there's no blue eye, so if you push that down, see it says arm, pull it up, so it's gone, it's done. Flaps are going full now. That's it, you got it. That's it, well done. Okay, so you need to find a flight director now. You need to be really accurate with it. As soon as these lines move out of the yellow box, you've got to bring them back in straight away. You've got to find the yellow box back on the lines.
Yeah.
Okay? So to disconnect the autopilot, just press the red button twice, one more click. That's it. The aircraft's all settled down anyway. You're on the glide slope, you're on the localizer, a nice steady rate of descent. But if the green lines move out of position, you have to, even the smallest amount, you have to correct them straight away. And I'll tell you when to start bringing the nose up for landing. And when you bring the nose up, you're just only bringing the nose up a small amount, literally. It's not much, it's just enough to bring the nose up 1 degree pretty much in angle terms.
Yeah, because otherwise if I'm straight down nose, then the airport collapse.
Yeah, you don't want to be diving towards the runway. No, it wouldn't be good.
500.
Okay, hand on the side stick whenever you are flying it. So you have to come right very slightly, see, and push the nose forward a tiny bit.
Right, slightly.
So push forward a tiny bit, push forward. That's enough. It's a tiny input, that's it, excellent.
300.
Roll towards me very slightly. So let the stick go back to the middle. Just let the stick take your hand off and that's it. Now roll the wings left,
100.
just level the wings a bit. Move to the left. Move to the left. That's it. Pull back gently now. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. That's it.
20.
Let
Retard.
it touch down. Excellent. Push the nose down onto the runway. Push forward. I'm steering out. I forgot I was steering. Okay, coming back on the reverse. First lever engaging your reverse thrust. Okay, so that's the auto brakes coming off. There we go. Well done. Congratulations. Progressive pull, it's not very far, but you need to definitely put an input in and make it gentle and progressive. And you want to get the nose up. If I just say centre the stick, just let the stick come back to neutral, okay? Okay. So get ready to bring the nose up for a landing. Okay, just leave it there for the moment. He's forward slightly, he's forward slightly, he's forward, he's forward. That's it, leave it there. That's it, leave it there as it is. Right, get ready to bring the nose up for landing. Right, gently back on the stick. No more than that. He's forward slightly, he's forward. Tiny bit, that's it. You want to maintain that nose attitude as it is. 10 feet, 7 feet, 5 feet. There we go. Fly the nose onto the runway. Lower the nose down, push, hold it. Back on the thrust levers. Engage reverse, drop it back to the throttle. See where your left foot just to get the nose to the left slightly. You see the runway's quite short here. Okay, go get a right pedal to maintain the centre line. We'll stop, it's alright, we'll just use all the runway, we'll stop. 40 knots, okay, so let go of the handles.